Long live CIC, long live! Amanda! Thank you so much. The leadership of the EFF, disciplined members of the EFF, and the students of the Northwest University. I'm standing before you tonight because I know that there is a call that all of us you must respond to. And part of the call that you must respond to is no to academic exclusion, it is no to financial exclusion. It is the leadership of the EFFSC command that will ensure that before they exclude you from the university, they will begin with us first in the disciplinary committee of the university. You must know, all of you, that before they can increase fees for the academic year 2016, they must go and take the 10 million that they have donated to Genstino to pay for your studies first. They must know that you are not afraid of suspension, because before they can suspend me, they have terminated the studies of Leboga Molopiane. He's sitting down at home without a degree. And it is us as the EFFSC command who will say, give Molopiane his degree. And the question will be, where do we get this from? You must all know that Commissar Julius Malema, he is the one who showed us the way. Because when the ANC wanted to remove Moswakwe from the house and his children, he stood up and he said, the EFF will pay for the house. So before they can remove Molopiane, they will still meet us first. Because we are the land EFFSC. You must know, all of you, when you go and cast your votes tomorrow, that Professor Denkwadi is a white man. He is a white man because he is conspired with white people to terminate Molopiane studies. He is a white man because when a white student killed Thaba Makwang, a first-year student, he kept quiet and remained mum. He is a white man because when they suspended Orapele Matsili as the institutional president, he never said anything, he kept quiet. He is a white man because when the racists came out of Scottish room, he kept quiet. He is a white man because when we were taken out of universities through financial exclusion, he kept quiet. All of you must know that South African Student Congress never left us. That is why when you were robbed out of your laptops, the first thing that the president did was to get a flight to America because he ran away from your challenges. It is still this EFF that organized a march to ensure that you get back your laptops. You must know that when you came back in July, some of you were almost told to vacate the residence. And it's still this EFF, when they ran away, they flew, they went to Korea. We stood up and said, not to a black student, you must give them access to residence. I do not want to speak much with you because I've spoken with you for the previous days. The decision to vote for the EFF and to change your life is given unto your hands. It is your decision tomorrow whether you vote for the EFF or you want to subject yourself to hatred. Because those who hate for South, they are those who hate themselves because they believe that they don't deserve better, they don't deserve education. Myself, because I have a junior degree, I will never allow the university to close the doors of learning for you. Because all of you must get your degrees and be like me. all know that the 2nd of September will be the last time the library operates from 8:30 until 10 o'clock. Because we are not going to ask them. We are going to tell them that we want it open. You must know that when we get into office on the 2nd of September, it will be the last time our securities and our workers who work in the university, they earn less than 4,500. We have arrived at the EFF and we are coming to correct the uncorrected because we will never succumb to circumstances. Where did we learn from? We learned from him who is sitting here today, part of us, because he told us. You must know, all of you, that when we go and open the criminal case against the CEO who stole our money, we would have learned from our leadership because they went to Marikana to open the case of murder against Lord Ramaphosa. So we will learn from them. And you must know that there will never be a time where this 12 SRC will accept admission into residence if some of you do not have the house and the way to lay your heads. You must know, all of you, that it is the EFFSC command that is going to give you a directive and reclaim your right of dignity that is given to white minority votes through. We are going to take it and give it to you. Because none of them must feel superior than us. They must all know that you are all human beings, and when you cut me, there is blood that will come out. You must all know that the rat of Poforo was arrested because she has defended herself against a white man who wanted to beat her up. When she scratched her hair, they took her to prison. They are subjecting her today to a disciplinary proceedings. And I told her that use me because I got an LLB degree. I will leave her in the prison. Gone are those days where you will be subjected to disciplinary hearing because you have refused to accept to study with a book that is older than yourself. Gone are those days because when they subject you to DC, I will send myself to DC as the president of the EFF-led SRC to represent you. And you must know that we are not afraid of anybody. Those who think that we fear them, we don't. Because we learned from the commander-in-chief. He remains firm to the clarion call for economic freedom. And we shall remain firm to the clarion call of the Freedom Charter. The doors of learning of culture must be open for all. It is all of us. It is all of us who has the responsibility to ensure that none of you is financially excluded. And I came to tell you tonight that the legal affairs will be introduced now. Mr. President, she has been, because he wanted to stabilize the EFF. And I told them, and I also urge you tonight as your leader, that members of the EFF and fighters at heart, they don't mourn. They mobilize and they go forward. We must continue to get the SRC because we are members of the EFF. Without her or with her, they will still meet us in the boardroom when they thought that they have dealt with everybody else. You must know that she will not appear in the ballot, but the EFFSC command will still appear on the ballot tomorrow. We are going to take government and take it forever. It is your responsibility to ensure that you change your life. It is not in my hands. I can only do what we can do. We can call our leadership to come advocate for workers and the poor, but the responsibility and to cast your vote is in your hands. Vote for the EFFSC command and change your life, not mine, change yours, so that tomorrow you must stand up with our degrees and say it is possible to come from the poor of the poorest and go to university and become a CEO of the Lord Benin. Because when we talk over minds, we will appoint some of you to go and work there to support our people. Amanda!